What's your actual last name, Bmoss?
Bmoss.
Oh, it is Moss.
Yeah.
Alright.
He said, "Listen," and yeah, I know because everybody fucking calls me Bmoss, so you're
Yeah.
like, that can't be this. Yeah, people actually call me by my first initial government last name.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm looking you up on Instagram, I'm like, oh, I can't find you. Is he deleted it? Is he deactivated it? I forgot to put in OP Bmoss.
Yeah, sometimes I'll change it.
You made that in school
Yeah.
or something?
Uh,
What's the OP for?
nah. OPM is just like
Oh, OPM.
you know, Dom Kennedy.
Dom Kennedy. Is that a
Dom
rapper?
Kennedy. He's a rapper
Yeah.
from LA. Yeah,
Okay.
OPM is like his brand. You know
Okay.
how like Tyler got like Our Future, you know,
Yeah.
OF and all that. OPM is just like it stands for other people money. It's just like a brand lifestyle kind of thing, you
I feel
know.
it.
But yeah, no, Dom Kennedy.
Man, I'm so glad you're here.
Yep, nah, bro.
Thanks for
Thanks for having
coming.
me, bro. Yeah.
Everyone, this is episode 3 of the Center of Attention podcast. I'm joined by my good friend, Brandon Moss. Bmoss for short. Brandon is a terrific person. He is a police officer. He is a former. Were you a former social? You're a
Yeah.
social worker in prison.
I did social work. I did juvenile probation. So I worked in juvenile hall and I became a social worker after that. So
Okay.
I did both.
Okay. Did you, when you went into college, is that what you plan to do?
Mm,
What was your degree
well,
again?
I did political science. So I got my associates in criminal justice and then I did my bachelor's in political science. You know, Simpson they don't got criminal justice,
Okay.
so political science,
I would think that Simpson would just, being the white Christian school they are, just like pump out police officers.
I know.
Just like a factory of police
Oh
officers.
my goodness. Yeah, man, but just getting back to your question,
Yeah.
I initially, I mean, I've kind of always known I want to be a police officer, but
Not army, police over army.
yeah, I mean, I was real close to going to the Air Force,
Okay.
but that was like right before I joined the police academy, and I mean, I'm glad the way it worked out, but I mean, I knew being a police officer is something I kind of always wanted to do. But
You like that uniform, huh?
the uniform is nice. It come with some perks, but you know, it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
So, but it is great, man. I'm blessed. I love what I do. I've
Nah,
been doing
that's
it for like 2 years now. So
so. Did you have to get your degree to do, not to join the police force? You don't need to get that degree first. How did your degree benefit you when joining the police force?
well, I mean, it's always looks stronger on your resume. Obviously, you know, they see like an applicant, you know, oh, this person got his degree, especially if it pertains to that. Like, let's say I did have like a criminal justice degree,
Mhm.
which I have when it's just my associates. Um, that would be a consideration. Like, you know, this person went to school, and learned this and studied it, but
Will it help you for future
it
promotions, you think?
it could help you get hired, but I'd say once you actually got hired, it's not like you'll automatically become like a sergeant or nothing like that. You got to put like a lot of time in, but I guess the benefit would be you make a little more money. Like I
Okay.
make a little more money having my degree, so I can't complain about
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
can't complain about
Like
that.
just for having it, just because you have it, that's instantly you get.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
just for having your bachelor, it goes. I'll have to fact check this, but I know like if you have up to your doctorate, like you get obviously more if you have a
hmm
higher level of education.
Okay. No, I mean, I guess I just don't know how it works though. Is it like automatically okay? You get an extra, and is it only certain areas? Like as someone at Walmart that has a degree isn't gonna get someone than the next person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would have to look at that because obviously, you know, being a police officer is a lot different than like working at like a grocery store or something. But I think with something like that, because I've actually been in that predicament to where like when I was kind of figuring things out after I got in college, I was looking at some of these like manager positions for like
Mm-hmm.
Amazon warehouses or like, you know, Walmart distribution
Yeah.
centers. And like one of the things was like, okay, like you should probably have some management priors, but like most importantly, like they'll train you for one.
Yeah.
And it's like you need that bachelor's degree or master's,
Mm-hmm.
whatever they require, which I had. So I think that it can benefit you to get in a better position with those type of jobs, but like as pertaining to like a police officer, you just need time to rank up, and then you know you make a little more money. So
And just for the people at home, what is your precinct? Is there anything significant about the area that you work in your specific police force? I've been in America 5-6 years now. You work in Oakland?
I can't confirm or deny that I
Oh,
work out there,
you
but but
oh,
I work in the Bay Area. Yeah.
my bad.
You good? You good?
um, he works in like Fresno area, I think. Bakersfield.
But I mean, just your question. Anything special about it? I will say this. The department itself is great. Training is phenomenal. I mean, like I said, I've been there for almost 2 years now,
Mhm.
going on 2 years this year, and I have a lot of experience that a lot of other police officers might not have in, smaller agencies or different cities. Like the city that I work in is super busy, call volume is super high, um, but like I said, you get a lot of experience, and yeah, I love that about where I work. I mean, the training is second to none.
Before I get into that's actually what segue off your training comment. What is the training? So you graduate college, and then what does the academy look like? What kind of things are you learning that you hadn't already learned? Are there any general ed things that you have to do in the police academy, other than like obviously a reading and writing competency, probably,
Hmm.
uh, shooting, fitness? What's the academy look like?
I mean, for me, like I know you mentioned college, but just keep in mind too, like you can have a high school degree
Yeah,
coming out,
yeah.
as long as you're 21.
Hmm.
But I mean, you kind of touched on the main things of the police academy. Staying fit. They're gonna work you out. You're gonna work out all the time.
Is there a certain standard you have to hit, like
Oh
a
yeah,
certain mile? You have to do a mile, X amount of
yeah. I can't recall the
burpees.
times, but everything is timed. Everything is tested. I mean, we're mandated by what they're called post, and basically that's who gives us our certificates when we
Hmm.
successfully complete the police academy. So post they give training staff all these mandatory tests that we need to pass. So throughout the whole academy, I mean, it's tests on fitness, laws of arrest, policies. The list goes on. I
Uh
mean, it's
huh.
it's a lot of things to
So
know.
it's once they say you do the reading writing competency, it's then specifically the or just police officer things. Like
Yeah.
how in college I, I'm doing a business degree. I got to do a fitness and wellness class, or I got
Hmm.
to do a biology class. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
There's nothing like that mixed in.
No,
Or
so the reading and writing comprehension thing is to so you'll do that before you even get
hmm
into the police academy. You'll do that just to when you're an applicant still, and then they'll put you on the eligibility list and go from there depending on how high you score. But once you actually get into the police academy, everything is about laws, policy, everything that pertains to a police officer. They might test you on some like radio codes and stuff. Like how you watch TV shows and they're like, oh, like 1004, like they say like codes and stuff like that.
hmm
Well, we use codes are similar. We use what's called nine codes. So a lot of the codes that we use start with the number nine, and studying those
hmm
and they.
So, at what part of the training do you learn Pig Latin?
That would actually be really useful to freaking know, man. Oh my god, fucking Louis.
Nah, but so I just want to randomly touch on the fitness aspect. You're obviously a fit person. You college athlete. Did you actually have to train to do any extra fitness, or were you could do the fitness stuff surrounding you without any changing the way you were living? You could have done that
Yeah,
most days of the week. You could.
for me personally, I think the fitness was super easy. I mean, I was a college athlete, so
Do
I
you
mean,
think it should be harder?
you being a college athlete yourself, I mean, we have days where it beats you, but do I think it should be harder? Yeah, personally, I do. Yeah,
Do you think? And then do you think that a police officer should have to like keep redoing it? You know what I mean? Like it could be a controversial question, but as you get older, if you can't physically do meet the fitness standard or the test, you might have to start working more in the office,
mm,
etc., because perhaps and I haven't given much thought to this, perhaps, but I've, if you're physically capable of perhaps doing an arrest or something like that, perhaps you're not as quick to like reach for your taser or
hmm,
to do something, you're like, or even further, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
do you think that people should, like, police officers should be at those that are in the field, if you will, should be at a certain fitness standard?
Man, that's a phenomenal question because a lot of people talk about that a lot. I mean, you see people, you see officers, and sometimes you look at them and like, wow, like not really taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there should be something to where fitness is encouraged more.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like once you get to the academy, it's really up to you. The department doesn't really care. About. I will hope that you be able to like help yourself and protect yourself and defend yourself and make an arrest out there.
Is that
But
in the police benefits? But like, do you get is part of police benefits like X amount of money to go towards a gym membership or to obviously you probably get healthcare, this, that, and the other. And I'd love for you to one point in the podcast maybe speak on what it's like to be. You've spoken quite favorably to me in the past about what it's like to get paid as a police officer thus far. And I'd never given thought to being a police officer. Don't think I still will, but when you said, and I'll have you speak on it, you had a Bad Bunny concert getting paid overtime to.
I had a what? I'm
Were
sorry.
you at a Bad Bunny concert?
Oh, bro,
getting paid
yeah,
overtime?
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Talk
Dude.
about some of those like experiences. As a police
Oh
officer.
man, the overtime where I work is countless. I mean, we have a ballpark, so you can go work the baseball games. Baseball season's back, so I've been getting a lot of emails about they need people to work it, officers to work it. Concerts, we got the arena right there too. Everybody comes through the city, so I mean, saw Kendrick Lamar twice. I saw Bad Bunny. I saw Rod Wave, Kehlani, YG, Mariah the Scientist, Nelly, Ashanti. I mean, I've seen so many people. I might be missing some.
Just getting paid OT.
I might. Yeah. I mean, people are like, "Oh, you get to see for
Who's
free."
the best? Who's the best so far?
Oh man, the best so far. Bad Bunny show was phenomenal. I mean, the dude sold out a ballpark. Show was phenomenal, but for me personally, I'm more of like a rap, hip hop kind of. I like. Oh, we can talk music all day. I love everything, but Kendrick Lamar was amazing.
He's got the golf. He's like you got the Tyler the Creator shoes.
Yep.
Hat and there's a shirt.
Yep.
Got sponsored. Also, this episode is sponsored by Beyond Blue Men's Mental Health, RSPCA, pet charity. It's also sponsored by Prime. Thank you for that sponsorship. Very lucrative. But yeah, that's it. That's what we're sponsored by today. You got any sponsorships you want to shout out?
No, I mean you already touched on the golf, man. Decked out today, so.
Do you guys get free McDonald's being police officers?
Free McDonald's.
I'm being for real. I think in Australia they might get free McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to try to see what's up over there.
What I mean, obviously there's not bribes, but like, have people given you? Can you accept stuff as a police?
No, you know what? We can't.
As gifts.
People try all the time. I mean, sometimes people don't even try. Sometimes people will just come and just leave you something and walk away. Not like money or anything. People are always willing to feed you. People are always willing to. You need water. We get fed a lot. I will say maybe that's what it is about some of the people gaining weight. We get a lot of food discounts and stuff. And we're not really you're not supposed to take them, but sometimes people just like you'll just be working and they'll just come up and just drop it right in front of you and just walk away.
It's like they're NCAA athletes before they're able to get paid.
I know.
That's how.
Man, you could never do what they're doing now. 5 years ago,
they getting that bag now.
They getting paid good, bro. Yeah, the girl from LSU. I feel terrible that I can't remember her name. Brain fart. I wasn't able to keep up with the attorney as much. Yeah, her. This right here. Yeah, she's getting paid.
Nah.
She's getting paid.
How many beers do you think it would take you to sleep with Caitlin Clark?
To sleep with Caitlin Clark? Beers?
Beers.
Like beers. What kind of beers?
Strong ones.
Like IPAs, like a little something ale from.
Yeah.
To sleep with her, probably like 10, bro.
See me, I'm all about consent, so.
Obviously that's you asshole. You asshole. I can't. All right, whatever. You got me.
But you've enjoyed your decision becoming a police officer?
Oh, it's the best thing that happened to me.
Oh wow!
Easily,
I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things where being a social worker before, right? You like, I'm a person. I'm all about helping people. Like, I love being out in the community. I love being out in the field doing shit. Like, social work was able to give me a taste of that, but there was some times to where I'm in an office, and it's like police work essentially the same thing. Like, the patrol car is your office, you type in reports on the computer and all that. But I will say that it's allowed me to help people in the way that I want to do it, and just like not even just helping people, man, just like interactions with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people, hey, they give you five, some people give you one finger, flipping you off, and
Mm-hmm.
it's rewarding. Like, I'll tell you, there's nothing like the feeling of when you save someone's life. Like, it's something that I could never put into words. But it's not even just about the money. It's not about all the benefits. Because, dude, sure, police officer, like,
Mm-hmm.
it has a ton of benefits. Like, but there's the priceless things that are like when you save someone's life, when you get a child out of this bad situation, when you help someone, like, it's
Is there a
the best feeling.
is there perhaps a specific moment that has touched you more, or perhaps the first time that happened that you were able to uh, single out and speak on?
Yeah, like when you said like like something that stuck with me, like that was probably crazy, or just like a meaningful
Let's
thing.
let's start with the meaningful. What's something meaningful? You said saving someone's life. That's a pretty big
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, saving someone's life. I mean, you do that a lot. I mean, even just like, when I said that, I don't necessarily mean just like you might get to a scene and somebody's like bleeding to death or something, and you help them. And I mean, just like responding to a scene and realizing like the potential of something that could have grown to be way
Mm-hmm.
worse. You get there and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
make a decision that helps that person
yeah.
out, and they're appreciative of that. However, there's also the other side of it, to where, yeah, you do get to cause that are crazy, and someone
Mm.
might be shot or stabbed, whatever it might be, and you use your training to help them. And those are the experiences. Yeah, they might stick a little more, but they don't feel good as, when you go to a call, you help someone out, and then you run into that person, because I mean, you're assigned the same beat, so you're kind of in the same area. you
Mm.
you see some very faces, like chronic faces,
Yeah,
people that live in that area. And it's nothing like having someone come up to you and then they're like thanking you, because they're like, hey, you came and helped me with
yeah.
my son last week, and I appreciate that. Like, that happens to me a lot, and that's the best feeling, dude. And it's like, they're thanking me, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, I didn't sign up for this to be thanked. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, I really just
No,
signed
I'm
up
really
to
happy for you
help people,
because that would
so
the feeling from that. That is something you can't really buy necessarily. I mean, you can give to charity and things like that, but like saving someone's life and impacting them like that, that's like a powerful thing that other jobs perhaps don't. You don't get that satisfaction other than like doctors, nurses, etc. So that's very cool. That's a
yeah.
cool thing. But how about a flip? What's the scenario that you've felt in danger, or like the craziest stuff that's happened whilst you've been working on the force? You know what I mean? Like what
Oh man.
how you had to pull your gun out?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, man, if you had like $1 million in front of me and was like, how many times have you pulled a gun? I probably wouldn't. I mean, it's been so many times, because
Oh, you just let to let that thing fly. You know, get that
nah,
thing
man,
out.
you know what it is. I mean, it's a lot of situations we consider high risk, which means you treat it as high risk. You might not be pointing your gun at them necessarily, but you're gonna have it out just in case you need to address something that
You were
might be like.
saying we were playing Fortnite the other day, and you were actually you said you were racially profiled.
Which
You
one? When?
remember we were playing Fortnite? You said you stopped someone randomly the other day. I think I said I was even going to talk about it. You didn't actually racially profile someone.
I was like, hold on. I was like, what are you talking
No,
about?
I'm joking. I was like, remember, I jokingly said I was like, you were telling a story that happened at work.
Hmm.
And you're like, yeah, it was crazy. You probably have so many that
Oh, bro,
it's
yeah.
probably like mixing this. So maybe I'll just move away from that
I
one
have
with you.
so many, man.
But what's any that stick to mind? What was the first time you had to pull your gun? Was that like something that was that something intense? Have you had to fire it? Have you had
Oh
to?
no, I've never had to
No,
fire my gun, but I
thankfully.
mean, I've
That's
had, yeah, no, seriously, thankfully, man. Yeah, knock on wood for that one. Um, yeah, I mean, I can't remember the first time I pulled my gun. I mean, you do it so often, it's like, I think I remember one of the first times, but I mean, it's been so long ago now, and I've probably done it hundreds of times. But just kind of get into your question, because you asked me kind of one of like the craziest
yeah, yeah,
things,
yeah.
and oh, there's so many. But I mean, there was one particular situation. This happened recently as well. um so I'm driving, and super crazy area. Like this area is known for stolen cars and stuff, and like I'm pretty good at spotting stolen cars now. Like you know what they sound like, you know what they look like. I mean they'll be entirely stripped. I mean they just you'll have enough to have a reasonable suspicion to believe it's a stolen car at least, right? So I'm driving and I see this guy, and basically he's stripping a stolen car. They're still in the catalytic converters now.
Oh my God, they stole my friends the other day in
Did they?
Australia.
Oh
I
man.
was crying, laughing, bro. He sends a Snapchat. I think I could hear that he was kind of crying in the background. And he like films under his car. He's like, "Sick, someone stole my muffler." And I was
Oh,
just like, I just pictured him getting in his car. He like revs his engine, and he said it sounded like an airplane going over.
it's like
Yeah, and he went
it's so
and looked at it,
loud.
but someone had stolen it. I didn't hear about stuff like that happening in
Oh, it's
Australia.
bad. You know, it's really bad because I think I'll have to fact check myself on this, but I believe it's called like rhodium or something. There's something inside
Yeah.
to where they sell those contents, but they also sell the cat's hole.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I see this guy. He's stripping a stolen car. Summarize it up. I get out, put my gun out. I'm trying to detain the dude and stuff. We had a
He
wrench in his.
ran.
Well, he eventually did, but he had a wrench in his hand. So like we have certain policy and stuff. So I was treating the situation as such while like abiding within my department's policy too of what I can and can't do in that situation. So he eventually drops the tool, and cool. He starts to kind of run away a little bit. I holster my gun, I chase him, and I'm fighting with this dude. I'm
Damn,
by
bro.
myself. I'm by
Imagine.
myself,
Yeah.
honestly. And then for 6 minutes, I'm by myself fighting this dude. And I notice his pants is falling down. He keeps getting up. I'm throwing him back down to the ground, bro. And there was another girl that was with him in another stolen car because the car ended up being stolen. But she was like the lookout in another stolen car, and she's coming up and she's like patting him down and stuff, and like she's kind of looking for something. So I'm pushing her back. I'm fighting with this dude, but eventually,
Not
man.
like physically fighting, but like.
Oh, dude, I'm like slamming him. Everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm slamming him. Like, yeah, we're like rolling. Like I said, I'm by myself that day. Eventually, other, cops get there. We detain dude. Somehow he had got his pants though, but keep in mind, like that girl's like, touching him and pat searching him and stuff. It looked like, and bro, we picked his pants up because he was able to get his pants off. I picked up, a gun falls out. So I was fighting this dude 6 minutes by myself. He had a gun on him the whole time.
And she was trying to grab it.
And she was trying to grab it. So I mean, situations like that, I mean, it can be very stressful. It can be very stressful, but I try to take care of my mental, work out, do regular stuff still outside of being a cop because it could be very fucking tiring.
Did she get arrested as well?
She did, yeah. We arrested both of them. So, yep.
Nuts. That's nuts.
So I mean, that's just one situation of too many, man.
Damn, what was this guy like? And he decided to run from you?
Yeah.
I'm
undefeated in foot pursuits, man.
But I that's what I was about to say. I pray for the person that like sees you and is like, yeah, I'm gonna outrun this guy. You better as well just let them run,
bro.
Like,
I swear to you, I'm undefeated.
I'm not
easy.
I'm not giving up on the foot. I just know I'm not giving up on the foot.
Nah,
like,
I'm not gonna be the dude that hop on the radio like they gotta like. I was man. You making it fun for me? I'm cool.
They're gonna pull up alongside me. Get in the car. No, I'm good. I'm gonna be knees to chest,
man.
knees to chest.
Yeah, but I mean it's a lot of crazy stuff that happens, man. Yeah.
In the police force, do you have scheduled gun training? Can you go in whenever you want and just let off rounds? Do target practice whenever you want? What's the training like? What guns are you trained with? What's the process with that in the police force?
Yeah, man, our department, we have mandatory trainings every year. Like we have one called CPT, which is like, you do like a 4-hour shoot. You do defensive tactic stuff. So like, hand-to-hand combat, rolling around on a mat, like kind of like you could think of it as like martial arts, not martial arts, but like kind of rolling on the ground positions, like escaping chokeholds, things like that. Pretty general stuff of what you learn in the academy, but it's just more of a refresher. And you get to go shoot as well at the range. But I mean, as far as going to shoot, man, you can go shoot whenever you want. I mean, it's
do you have to pay or anything?
You can write it off on your taxes and stuff like that.
Oh, so you do have to pay?
You do have to pay, but a lot of places will give you a discount.
Yeah,
it's worth it. I mean, if you could set something up through the department too, I'm not too sure how that's worked because I haven't done it before. But you can. I mean, if you want to train, the department will always support you to train and be better.
What do they require you to be trained to use?
Everything.
What kind of weapons?
Everything that you carry. If you carry it, you train with it.
Oh, what was getting maced like?
Oh my
Talk about that.
God. Oh, if any of my classmates are watching this, they're probably laughing right now because it was the worst experience of my life. I'd rather get tased 5 times before I get pepper sprayed, bro.
Damn.
It's the worst experience. You can't breathe. You can't open your eyes.
Directly in your eyes, or you just walk through the mist?
So they just make you stand there like this, and you have to put your hand like over, and then they just spray your eye, and then you have to wipe it, and then you go through a little course. So you'll do like 10 push-ups, and then they have like 2 bags, and you'll do like elbow strikes.
Is someone holding that bag?
Yeah,
I pray for the person.
and it's the
holding
person that
bag.
just got pepper sprayed.
Nah, bro.
And
No,
you go in a circle.
windmilling,
You go in
man.
a circle. So
Nah.
yeah, you do elbow strikes, knee strikes, and you got to do high risk handcuffing, which is when you draw your firearm, you give them commands, get your hands up, turn around, drop to your knees, all that stuff. I mean, by the time you do all that, you're on fire. You can't even open your eye. I had to force my eye open.
How long did it take you to recover? Like a shower and
it
then
was
still...
like I guess an hour and a half decontamination. Yeah, it sucked, man.
And what was getting tasered like then?
Getting tased, it sucks when it's happening, but once it's done, it's over. But we also had to
Do you piss yourself, or is that person?
You can absolutely,
because I have a very loose bladder.
I'll tell you this: drink half a gallon of water, get tased. You'll probably piss yourself.
But I have 8 happy dads, and like, yeah, I should put a towel down when I go to bed. Yeah, wear a snorkel to bed because it's getting...
Yeah, you know what, man? Yeah, I had a wet the bed problem when I was younger too, bro.
I'm talking about like
now,
a couple of months ago.
Yeah, hey, whatever, man. Maybe you should go to the doctor, bro. Maybe you should go to the doctor, fam.
Nah, well, like, it wasn't just 8 happy dads. Like, it was a lot, like, and then like shots and stuff as well. But the hydration part.
You're the type you don't want to break the cycle, then you pass out and piss on yourself, huh?
It's more like I just forget to go to the bathroom before bed, perhaps.
Punch yourself in the stomach, maybe.
I had peanut butter. You have, but like, if I'm forgetting the bathroom, I'm not gonna. Oh, let me get that peanut butter before bed.
Or maybe just like, I don't know, go to sleep on the fucking toilet or something.
Yeah.
Or in the bathtub.
There's a crazy one. Like, I don't know if I've ever read that. Apparently, the other day I slept walked. Someone said.
What?
And there was a chair here, a deck chair, and I just started urinating in the deck chair. And went back to sleep.
Bro, you need to go to a doctor.
No,
you need to go to a doctor.
It was like a one-off.
You need to go to a doctor.
I'm gonna edit this part out.
You got some shit. You got some shit going on, bro.
Nah, but anyways, less about me.
That's some funny shit, bro. That's funny, dude. Yeah, I'm like, I remember when I was younger, bro. I pissed the bed. Oh, I don't know what.
Is there a movie or like a villain that you can ever remember that made you piss the bed when you were
bro? What? Like a fucking scary character? From a movie?
Yeah.
The Grudge, bro. Easily.
Fuck.
That bitch hidden in the shadow corners when it's dark, bro.
And you like, did you like wake up? You needed the bathroom, but you were too scared to go. So you're like, I'ma just.
Bro, I would get up in the middle of the night, have to piss like fucking hell, look in that dark ass hallway, and pray to God it was a water bottle in my room, or just pray I made it through the night. Dead ass.
But I think I was like, I have a core memory, but in like the bad core, where it's like I was like 8, or I can't remember what age. It was the Green Goblin from Spider-Man, and like, I needed to go to the bathroom, and like I was just like, I had sleep paralysis, and I'm like, I'm not getting out to go to the bathroom.
Green Goblin
can't hold
from
this.
Spider.
Yeah, I just dogged it out. I know it was like, well, when I say dogged it out, it was like a warm sleep the rest of the night.
Did your parents like, out of everything that you could have been afraid of, like, did your parents not let you watch scary movies or something? Like, why are you afraid of Green Goblin?
I'm gonna probably have to see someone about that. I don't know why.
Oh man,
nah, I'm not anymore.
What about in Australia? Like, what about the scary movies? Like, do you guys have like American scary movies?
We watch all the same scary movies. There's this one called can't remember what it was, but they're in the desert, and there's just a crazy guy that.
Wolf Creek.
Yeah, that is.
Wolf
Creek, that's crazy.
Bro.
You know,
yeah, dude. That's like the only Australian movie I probably know.
My friend's dad worked on that film.
Really? Yeah, I heard it was actually filmed in Australia too.
Before I segue and go down any other crazy tangents, I do want to talk. Actually, I want to talk about your old job as a probation social worker and a juvenile social worker.
Damn, you just mixed that all.
But like it was the right word for it out of order.
So I worked. So probation was with the juvenile hall, and then the social work was separate. Like that was a different job. But I did both, so we could talk about both, man.
Okay, yeah,
I'm good with that.
please.
I'm good with that.
So had you thought during your degree, I'm gonna go into that first lot of work, and then that was the next stage? Was this planned out? How did you get into that work? And then what was your experience? What was your roles or tasks when working in those jobs? Because as like the police force, I feel like that's an interesting job as well. Some of the things that you saw and experienced there.
Yeah. Well, probation, I definitely knew before I graduated college that I wanted to go into that, but I wanted to more so be a probation officer. But basically, what they told me is like you got to get your feet wet first, and so they threw me in the juvenile hall, which was not what I wanted to do initially. But the whole way that it was planned out was basically before I graduated college, they make you do internships. So I spoke to my academic advisor at the time who had like hella connects, bro, and she had just like, oh, this one girl that just graduated last spring just did a internship with the probation department. I can connect you with them. So I did an internship with probation, but I was doing different type of stuff. I was going to court. I was working directly like with a probation officer. I got to see him do like check-ins with some of his clients. Like I'm thinking that I'm gonna jump into that type of shit, but they're not telling me. They're not keeping it real with me, telling me like, oh well,
You have to do other stuff
right.
first.
They need people, so they just like, oh, we can help you get there. Me being younger, fresh out of college, I'm like, cool. Like I just did an internship. It's gonna be hella easy for me to get hired. Cool. I'm trusting them to help me get. And I'm sure like eventually, like I now that
fast track you
right, like now that I am where I am, like I get it. Like you do have to get your feet wet, but I guess I feel like what was sold to me, what like they kind of manipulated me a little bit, because I was very clear about what I wanted, but I was told that I had to work in the hall, and I didn't like it, man. Like yeah, I didn't like it at all. I was out up north,
in a hole. You said
where
you had to work where, sir?
in the juvenile hall.
Oh, yeah. So what was that like? That's where you had the
Yeah.
they weren't the happiest of stories. I feel like the few that you've
Juvenile
told.
hall sucks, man. I mean, you got a bunch of kids, so you essentially babysitting, but
How do they live?
it's like jail. It's literally jail.
One to a room, two to
They
a room.
got cells. Some of them were one to a room. Like we had a kid in there for murder, and he was by himself.
Just a one.
Yeah, he was by himself. He was a high level high level resident. So yeah, he can't be around other people. Kind of
At
unstable.
all ever. Like he spends all this time and like gets like an hour in the yard and then he just
yeah. So like his schedule was flipped. His schedule was flipped to everybody else's. So everybody would come out from the cells and go in the pod and have the rec time to be able to go outside, play basketball, whatever. But they want to play cards, whatever they want to do. They could watch movies. They had like the PlayStation in there and stuff.
Is there a gym? Is there a gym?
Nah, there's not a gym. Nah,
because it's dangerous. The weights.
I would make that assumption that it's probably a safety hazard because I mean you're saying like you can't glue the weights to something, so they can use the weight as a weapon. But I mean they would do like pull ups on like the bars and stuff. They would do push ups. I mean they found ways to work out for sure. Yeah. But as far as what it looked like, man, it's just so their schedule was flipped of that kids, and he would come out when they were inside, and they would come out when he was inside, and he could never be around. But I know you had asked me ever. And like, well, I don't know, because as soon as he turned 18, he'd probably go to prison, maybe, but or county, wherever they want to send him. He'll be around other people then, because I'm sure there's plenty of other people who have committed murder once you go to like the higher level prisons or whatever. So we'll see. I don't know how that works. I never worked corrections, but yeah, I didn't like the juvenile hall, man.
And what's the atmosphere like in there? Are people friends? Is it like a summer camp, like people are getting on, or is it like a prison that you see on TV or that you see people speak about in podcasts where it's segregated? This gang doesn't mess with this gang, this that and the other. What's it like in there?
Yeah, well, as far as the hall, man, like they it's pretty clicky because they're kids, right? I mean, where I was at least, this area we're in right now doesn't have a lot of like gang problems. Whereas you might you go down to Southern California, I promise you those juvenile halls are ganged up for sure.
Yeah. And those murderers, do you think down there are probably in with the population or no?
You know what? I would probably say no, just because it's a safety hazard. So they probably have them on high level programs, which would like make them not be able to be around other
Yeah.
kids, or which state penitentiary has, as well as like county jails, for people that are a danger to others, right? It's a liability. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff to it, man. I mean, the juvenile hall definitely, I feel like it was good for me, but it wasn't for me. It
What
wasn't
was
for
your
me.
role within it? Sorry. So you obviously you were a social or
So
probation.
I was a juvenile detention officer.
Oh, so you were like
So
a
I was
guard
like the
there. Okay.
officer, like on the pods, like
Oh,
running the show pretty
you were
much.
like bringing like sneaking in phones and like that's
Hey, you
you.
know what's funny,
That's
man?
you.
Hell to the
We
no.
got
First
it.
off, we got him, y'all. We fucking got him. Nah, it's funny, man, because they try to get you, dude. Like, you be nice to them and shit, and they like, hey, can you bring me a Hershey bar? Like, hell nah, motherfucker, I'm not bringing you
Did
nothing.
you with almonds? Yeah, no.
But yeah, they ask, man, and like for them, it's like it ain't gonna hurt them to
You be
ask.
filling them in on the. Do they get the news in there?
So they
I've
have.
always been big on like if I went to prison, I'd miss out on so
Oh,
much
you
news.
wouldn't miss out on a damn thing, man.
They know everything.
They know everything. They get tablets and everything in there now. They have
Oh,
access to social media. Yeah, yeah. They
you
got
get
tab.
you get no, but like you're allowed access to social media.
You know what? I don't know. I would assume no, but dude, it's technology. I mean, there's
Yeah,
so many ways to buy. Like, people are smart. They know how to bypass stuff.
and you get them the VPN. You see, like
Yeah, VPN gotta have a VPN, bro. Shout out to ExpressVPN. That's what I use, bro.
sponsored.
Yeah, sponsor ExpressVPN for sure. But yeah, it's juvenile hall is cool, man. It's like I said, it's a lot of stuff that goes on in there. But at the end of the day, they're children.
Yeah,
They're children, and I ain't gonna lie. There's a part of me that felt like I couldn't be locked down in there like that. That shit is not me, bro. But two, I just felt like I wanted to actually get out there.
mhm.
I wanted to get out there to try to make the difference. Like, even just kind of to touch on the whole, like, George Floyd stuff, because, like,
Yeah.
I was
That's I was
protesting and
just
stuff.
about to segue
You
there.
know,
Please do speak on
yeah,
it.
I was protesting and stuff, and yeah, like, even me getting hired, like, my background investigator knew about it. Like, I never hide the fact that I protest in something that I believe is important. I'm not gonna sit here and people will be like, oh, well, you're a cop now, you're a hypocrite because you, and it's like, no, like, I'm doing this shit because y'all can sit here and talk about it. Y'all can sit here and act like y'all care, and that fake ass energy and all that fake effort. But, like, I'm the one that's actually trying to do something about it. Like, I'm the one that's actually trying to go and change the narrative. I'm a perfect candidate. I have my fucking degree. I have 2 degrees. I have experience in being a social worker and working in the hall the little time
Talk
that I
your
did.
shit, bro.
Yeah,
You
you know what I'm
really
saying?
doing
Like,
that
I know
shit.
how to talk to people. Like, I've been through shit myself to where I could relate to these people. If anybody should be doing it, it should be people like me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's the fucking problem. Like, people be so infatuated with what the media is saying and all this bullshit, but motherfuckers don't want to go and actually try to make the difference themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to talk about it, but, like, what are you actually doing to fucking change it besides talk shit on social media? And it was cool. Like, I did my part in protesting and all that shit, but, like, that shit got chaotic. Like, people were looting and shit. I wasn't doing it for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing it to really be out there for the right reasons. So yeah.
Nah, you honestly, and I just want to reiterate or let the people that may not know you when the George Floyd stuff happened. I was back in Australia. Uh, I saw photos of people that the friends of friends, people I didn't know. I was seeing videos and photos posted of you peacefully protesting out the front with the megaphone, and then for you to then turn around and become a police officer. I remember seeing that and being like, man, that is the exact model or representation of someone that's like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking make a difference. I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna be about it. I'm not just gonna talk about it. And those my friend Jaime and Eddie that were here before we
Oh
shot the
yeah.
pod. That's what I was telling them, and they were like, Jaime was like, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. That's like,
Yeah.
so like more power to you. That's sick, right? That's so good. I'm so happy for you. And also, the best thing is to see how happy you are, how fondly you've spoken about it. Are there any what are some stereotypes that you had about the police force before that are true that
Mhm.
you that and some that you were like, oh no, that's just fun?
Man, well, one I think that one of the biggest ones is like a lot of people wonder like, oh, police officers have quotas and stuff like that, or like you gave me this ticket because you had to. You got to hit your 100th ticket for this month. That's bullshit. Like I know for where I work, we don't have that. In fact, it's crazy to say, but like if you pulling people over too much, like they asking questions like, yo, we're like they'll put you on monitoring. So I don't want to say it's almost disencouraged or anything like that, but it's not like that, man. I think that's one of the. I don't want to say I had that stereotype, but it was definitely something that I thought about because, like, you hear everybody say it. They got a quota. They got to write something. It's not like that, man.
Will a police officer that sat with a radar gun say the speed limit's 50 miles an hour, and they see people going 58, 58, 62, but will they hold up for that person going 65 because that's the bigger ticket? That's the one that's like, you may as well wait for the bigger fish, or they'll sit there, pull up. Second they see that person going like 58, go get that person, or will you kind of wait for the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So you're saying like as far as like traffic enforcement, right?
Yeah.
Like so personally, me like in the department I work for, I'm not California Highway Patrol, so we can do traffic stops, right? But I don't even have a radar gun in my patrol car. Like I don't carry it. I've never given somebody a ticket for speeding. However, I'm sure CHP officer can speak more to it. But just from what I know, I don't think that it all varies, right? Could I mean, this is the thing, right? The law is the law. Technically, if it says 50 miles per hour and you're going 53, they could technically write you a ticket for that, right? Do they do that? Hell no. I'm sure that's super unreasonable, right? Especially with the flow of traffic,
and especially in America, because I don't know how it works. I don't know if you know how it works in Australia, but we have like mounted speed cameras. We'll have some speed cameras that will take your average speed to work out if you're speeding. We'll have, last time I was back there was vans or just unplated, unmarked cars that blend in on the side of the road, parked on the side of the road with cameras in it, that you could be going down one of these back streets that, is 30 miles an hour, and going just a little bit faster, 40 or whatever. And it's not like you have a police officer like yourself that like, oh, okay, flow of traffic. It's just going to get you. It's just going to just.
So do they like pull up behind you and pull you over?
No,
or they just,
there's like no one
ticket
even
in the mail?
It's a ticket in the mail.
What?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
Man. That's crazy.
And like I would say damn near most, or a lot of traffic lights will have speed cameras.
Speed cameras. We're not talking about if you like run the red light or nothing.
Yeah, both.
It's like looking at your
speed and,
dude, that's crazy.
Not all of them, but like there'll be a lot that will have the red light and the speed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, maybe where I work at, people drive like shitheads, man. And
no, I believe it. America's insane. Oh my, LA, I couldn't do it.
Oh,
I couldn't drive there.
Yeah. Sometimes I catch myself driving like an asshole. Not like an asshole, but like
it's that Tesla, baby.
That Tesla's pretty fast, bro. that Tesla, it make it too easy, bro.
it's the self.
You'll be driving, you be like, oh shit, I'm going 105. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Like driving here, just a straight shot is just like, it's so easy to just speed, man. But I try to drive safe, man.
What can get you fired as a police officer? So, if you got a DUI, is that fired? Is that suspended? If you got, I'm trying to think of other examples. So if you did anything wrong,
like maybe got arrested for like stealing something,
because I also wanted to ask the question, because you're a pretty straight edge guy, you've got your stuff together. Were you ever tempted to get in trouble when you were younger? Did you ever get in trouble in school? Is there anything that could have jeopardized you becoming a police officer, but if you had, you know what I mean, gone down that path,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've never been arrested or no shit like that.
Any trouble in school? Did you get in trouble in school?
Maybe when I was younger. I think the last time I got suspended from school was, what was it? Might have been fifth grade. I think I was like fifth or sixth grade. I got in a fight with some dude. Because he was bullying my friend. So like
Did you win?
I did, bro. He busted my lip though. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I won.
Did you get suspended?
I did get suspended. Yeah, I got suspended right before I got to go to science camp too. So actually, I was in sixth grade. I remember
Science camp. Yeah,
Science camp.
you always been straight edge. Science camp. Science camp.
Hey, no, science camp was the funnest shit, bro. Like
No, I believe it.
They had these big ass banana slugs. You just see them. Yeah, that shit was fun. But yeah, nah, I wasn't. I wouldn't say I did anything to like, you know, ever prevent me from becoming a police officer. Like they're pretty, even for like if, because when you go through backgrounds, they ask you a lot of stuff, like as far as what you've done, drug usage, so on and so forth. That's your opportunity to tell them, So as long as you're honest and clear with them, then it's not a problem. And that was actually just a follow up on that because you asked me.
So if you told them you did heroin, and I did it one time in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
No, I know.
I was saying if someone said that, they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But if you said no, and then someone anonymously sent an old video of you,
you're done. They're gonna disqualify you. You'll probably, yeah, that's not.
But if you
look,
said
man.
yes initially, you might be able to.
If you said yes, you would more likely get hired than lying
Oregon.
and then them finding out. So you might as well be honest. If for whatever reason they're gonna find out too, because it's not worth it, man. Like they're pretty empathizing. Like, I told them about some stuff, back when I was in college, or it's college, man. They get it, as long as you clear with them and they see that they can trust you and that you can be honest, then that's fine. They make you take a polygraph test, all that stuff. They're very thorough about it. They call people, they'll go to your neighbor's house.
Oh,
it's pretty thorough. So
was it you that said they checked in? No, did you say who they check in for you? Did they check in on? Did you have them check in with family, neighbors?
Oh, they call, yeah. So I was trying to get. I don't work for this agency, so I'll say it. But I was trying to get hired for Sacramento PD, and yeah, I remember they were like really persistent on my like neighbors, and I was living with my friends at the time because I had just moved back from here, back to where I live, and I ended up moving in with some friends, and they wanted like where I currently live, like the neighbor, and I had never even knew the neighbors. Like I haven't lived with my friends for like probably like a month, maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh man, yeah, backgrounds is no joke, man. They ask you a lot of questions, and the packet's probably like that thick, dude. And they'll ask you those questions 3 more times in different paperwork that you do. So like for your medical evaluation, they'll ask you for your psychology test that you have to do. They'll just tell you to come to the office so they could take pictures of your tattoos like they did to me, and then they'll have you here you go, fill that again, because they waiting for you to lie so they can catch you in some bullshit.
Damn.
So.
What if I could be a police? I don't even know if I could be a police officer.
I don't know. Hey, you will be surprised, man. So yeah, so you have mentioned like what's able to get me fired.
Yeah.
And or just generally being a police officer, especially in my department. I'll tell you this: the biggest thing, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far, is lying, like truthfulness. Like if you're intentionally,
that's why I don't think I'll be honest, and that's what I don't think I'd get.
Yeah,
to the police.
But that's what you think, though. I'm telling you, there's people.
Oh yeah,
I know some. I will tell you this. I'll tell you this, Louis. I know someone. He's in the police academy right now, and I like know him pretty well. I guarantee he has a by far worse past than what you have.
Oh no, I don't even. I'm like,
I guarantee it.
I don't have like a worse past, but like. These neighbors downstairs moved in 2 days ago.
Because I'm saying like you're, and I'm not trying to like stereotype it, but I'm saying like you're saying it like I don't know if I can be a police officer.
No, I'm joking.
But I'm saying this dude, he was honest. He told him, and he should. I mean, he got a chance. I don't really have an opinion on that.
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
Sounds whatever. Like you do.
Hey. They paying me, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Yeah, just let them do what they do. As long as it don't affect me in my pockets, I'm good.
Hey, just quickly, you got the light on in your mic? Do you want to just look on that side? That little green light.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
But hey, I'm gonna use a random segue. You brought up your tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of tattoos. Do you have any favorite tattoos?
Oh man. I do.
Do
I
you
got
have
my.
any tattoos you regret?
Oh nah, bro.
You have
I
no
have
tattoos you
I
regret?
have no tattoos I regret,
Not a
bro.
single tattoo.
Not a single tattoo. I'm looking at it like which one. If I had to choose one, how about I do that? If I had to choose one,
Yeah,
if I had to choose one, mm, and that's tough, man.
because
I will say this.
this was fan submitted. This question.
Really?
This question was fan submitted.
I mean, you could take a look and tell me if there's any you think I should regret.
Not me if fan submitted this question.
You know what?
Do you have any tattoos that you regret?
Probably my centaur on my chest. My
Okay.
centaur.
Why is that?
You know, I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little better. Like,
This is not the answer I was expecting, by the way. You really don't know, like, you know the answer?
this is the answer.
Okay.
This is the answer. Or is my supposed? Is there an answer I'm supposed to be
I
looking
remember
for?
I was mistaken. I thought you got a tattoo for another reason.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Because you
Hold on. What you mean? Which one?
didn't get any tattoos for anyone.
Oh, that. I was supposed to.
Oh, supposed to.
I was supposed
Oh,
to.
okay.
Yeah. I was
And
supposed
so that I'll use that as another segue. For the people that don't know, before a police officer, you were actually a rapper.
I was.
You were
That wasn't a rapper.
an aspiring artist.
I wasn't a rapper.
I liked it.
I
I
love
liked
music,
it.
bro.
I liked it. I
I love
liked
music.
your.
So you know,
I liked the song. Do you put out two? No.
I put out like a few, bro, but like I have really did it just cause I just like music, man, and you know I like to speak my feelings into shit.
I
And
couldn't
at the
find
time,
it. I couldn't find it. I tried finding it. I wanted to.
it's not on. Nah,
Oh yeah, I wanted to recite some lyrics.
I'm the only person that got that shit.
I wanted to recite some lyrics. I'm trying to find it. I was gonna say.
I'm so happy.
I was like, no, what do these lyrics mean?
I'm so happy that I don't have it. Yeah, I took it off, man. I took it all off, honestly, before I became a police officer. Like, I don't want none of that shit online. And then be like, oh, this dude think he a rapper or some shit. Like, I just like to, you know, I like music, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool to try to, you know, express myself and shit at the time. But go ahead. What was you going to say about it? I know you got something good.
No, I don't. I was just saying. I was just saying because I was trying to find it before because I was trying to hit you with some bars. I just got. I had a couple of notes up here.
Oh shit.
It's not really that funny. I was gonna. Do Blue Lives Matter?
Do Blue Lives Matter? You know.
She's laughing.
Hey, you know what I said? You know what I almost said?
What?
You know, I almost said all lives matter. But like on some real shit though, like I don't. No. You better keep this segment in here.
Oh,
because right. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I don't. So this is my opinion. I don't like the all lives matter just because it was a response. It was a response, right? So when I say this, I'm not saying the slogan in response to Black Lives Matter. I'm saying that genuinely all lives do matter. We all people, we all human.
But we all know that people only came up with that response.
In response, right, in response to that. And that's where like, because if I just say it like that, people gonna be like, oh, this motherfucker, all lives matter.
Yeah.
Like, he one of them.
Oh, he in the police force now.
And nah, you know, everybody matters.
Yeah,
man.
no.
Everyone
100%.
matters. Every life matters. Everybody,
no,
you know.
100%.
As
100%.
much of a shitbag as some people can be, you know, that doesn't mean they have to die. Or, you know, whatever it might be, bro.
And you're loving being a police officer. Do you plan on staying a police officer? Have you got a roadmap for your career path? Do you plan on taking it further, joining the FBI, CIA? Serious question as well.
Yeah. I mean,
you know Omar's misso?
Omar's
girlfriend?
Oh yeah.
She's
with FBI, I heard.
Yeah. She's are we allowed to talk about that?
I don't know.
No, I'm trying.
But yeah, actually, I forgot about that, but I did know that she's doing something with the bureau. Yeah. You know, I will say that I don't. Well, with the CIA and the FBI, like you would have to go through a whole other academy. I don't see myself going through another academy. Although I did know someone that I work with. He got through field training at my department, and then he got into the FBI academy. So he literally resigned as a police officer and just went to work with FBI. But I don't. I've always told myself. I mean, I love being a police officer. Don't get me wrong. The money's great. Like I said, it's rewarding. There's so many things I love about it. But I've always told myself, I'm like, I don't know if I see myself retiring as a police officer. I'm gonna figure something out because I'm like, I have so many interests. I have so much knowledge about some things that like I'm super interested in.
Let's hear him.
And I feel
what's
like
some of
I'm
them?
like, well, like,
You said music.
music, bro. Like I was just talking to my girl about this, like music. I don't know exactly what, and I'm not saying like I'm gonna go make music. Like I feel like that's not it. But I want to do something to like be able to fund. Like I don't want to necessarily say like a DJ academics. Like that's what everybody's doing now. Like everybody's trying to give a hot take on music and stuff like that. Like even like other podcasts, like I don't mean to bring up other ones, but like even like Jumper who
No, please do.
yeah.
Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, no, and like even that one, like I feel like a lot of these podcasts that initially start with music, they end up getting sucked up into that celebrity shit, like what's going on, and that's how No Jumper was. Like, dude, that podcast was straight music, like it was straight music.
Yeah,
they had some of the best interviews. Like everybody that had their first interview went through No Jumper. Like it's not like that no more, right? It's like. And I'm not gonna say weird shit because it's not weird. It's interesting. That's content that people want. Like you put that shit out.
Some of the stuff I don't like that I don't think they need to reshare because I don't think they need to shine light on it. Like, do you know the Charleston White?
Yeah,
you
man.
You saw what he said about Asian people?
Yeah, that shit is ridiculous.
Why don't we post that?
You don't need to put that
on the air. Their account should. I think the No Jumper account should receive some kind of suspension or shadow banned.
Something.
You don't need to put that rhetoric out there. Don't need to have light shone on it. Like, okay, we might want to hear about the rap beef that's going on and stuff like that, but I don't need to know who is Charleston White. He's
a dude that's just straight ignorant.
Yeah, just cross-eyed, bro. Just
straight ignorant.
He literally is cross-eyed. The only thing I know he's famous for is pepper spraying Soulja Boy.
He did pepper spray Soulja. I don't even know if that was real.
No, he did. Yeah.
He just talks a lot of shit, bro.
Insane.
He talks a lot of shit. But I ain't gonna lie. Before what he said about Asian people, some of his videos are funny. But now I don't find him funny.
Do you find Boosie funny?
Boosie? Like Lil Boosie badass? Hell yeah.
Yeah, but he be saying so.
He be just saying
like D-Wade. Don't cut his dick off, man. Don't cut his dick off, man.
Boosie, he's just from Louisiana, man. But I tell you what, he ain't never did what Charleston White did. No. Although, I mean, he is speaking on a super sensitive topic, though. Like, let's not deviate from that because he's definitely doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that
I don't even want to.
It's at the severity of what, like, you're literally talking about physically hurting someone.
But he was talking
committing a crime. Boosie talking about, hey, people, don't cut his dick off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't cut his dick off, man. So I mean, it's different, but obviously, like, you're still speaking on a sensitive topic. So I guess, man. Hey, it's 2023. Everybody hella sensitive now.
Yeah, no, I've always been on the side of. I'm on the side of free speech, but I'm also side of, I don't. We all have common sense about what should be shut up and what shouldn't be shut up, and that should be shut up. And then I feel people not accepting apologies is the craziest part for me. When people are actively trying to show change or make a change.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you, because I just found this out today. What do you think of TikTok being banned in Australia? Like you being from Australia, like you about to go home and not be on TikTok, bro?
I actually don't use TikTok that much. I only use it to like when I upload and stuff. I feel they changed the algorithm, and it was too much soft porn. And I
know what that means.
Yeah, I know what that means.
I don't have any soft porn on mine, and I know why. Because I don't like soft porn videos on my TikTok. So I know what that.
You be on Twitter, you be watching the hard stuff. That's
dude, Twitter, you can see everything, bro.
I don't be on Twitter either, which is weird as well. Bro, what's your screen time?
Like weekly, it's like 6 hours.
But I don't even want to say mine online.
It's like 6. I'm sorry, between 6 and 7. I'll even say 7, but lately it's been 6.
Okay, mine at like 9.
9. Fuck. What do you do?
The soft porn. Nah. No, I watch so much. I watch Nah, I don't even want to say it because my parents might watch. This is the part I don't want my parents to hear. I probably watch / listen to at least 24 to 26 hours of YouTube a week.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. You love YouTube. My dad loves YouTube too. You know what? I fucking love YouTube too.
I think
Though.
I want to buy YouTube Premium because the amount of time I spend watching ads probably added up, like on a month, is easily an hour, and I got to see what my time's valued at and do that kind of trade
What's the
offs.
benefit with YouTube Premium?
I think it gets you the ads, and you can
Oh,
download videos for when you're like not offline.
oh, that's so fucked that you can't already do that, and they're just trying to capitalize on
And
it.
that I think you can close your phone as well, and damn, this is sponsored by YouTube as well.
Sponsored by YouTube.
Sponsored by
Shit.
YouTube as well. Uh,
But like, actually lock it?
yeah, I think so, and go on other apps perhaps.
What?
Yeah, I might get it after this.
Well, you could do it on YouTube now. You could swipe up and it'll still be playing in like the corner. Yeah, you can. At least on mine, I
maybe
can. I don't have YouTube Premium.
I gotta get my money up then. I gotta join the force.
Nah, bro. Maybe update the fucking app.
I don't know why I keep just ignoring that.
You ignore it. That's why.
No, because I swear whenever there's an update, you just see the thing like, oh, my phone's been so slow, or my phone's been this since this. I don't know.
Nah, don't listen. That's hype, bro.
Have you met any famous people being a police officer? Like,
and
are there rules
like formally met? Like formally?
Yeah. So, and are there rules where you can't get photos? You can't ask for a photo or something like that?
Yeah. I've met Ashanti. That's the only person. Otherwise, everybody I've seen is super up close.
Is there anyone you could speak on that was like cool to see how they acted in person?
Bro. Just like performance wise, because I mean, majority. I mean, I'm kind of seeing that face value of like performance.
Oh, okay. I mean, like backstage or anything. I'm not sure what part of the arena.
So you can go backstage. I haven't been to backstage at every single concert, but some of the people, I mean, they're chill, man. Like this is their bread and butter, so they're super professional for the most part. But like I said, a lot of times too, dude, they'll like finish their show and then they're out. Like they're out. Like Kendrick, he
out the country, even out the state.
Kendrick was out, dude. Like he did not wait around like at all. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see them, honestly.
That'd
like
be such an insane
just to think
lifestyle.
about that, like they get to go to different places, bro, and honestly, I'm sure it's a lot on them because they do it. Like Tyler performed, or he toured for like a year and then went to Australia and other places. But you're just doing show after show after show,
and the dopamine hit of having all those people just screaming your name
the whole time, dude, like for a year straight.
Yeah, and I couldn't imagine anyone knowing like word for word a song of yours, or like let alone a combined a whole album of something that you wrote and thought about.
You put everything together for it. Like they fuck with it, like they appreciate it. Like I'm sure that's a feeling that cannot be described.
You know when you would do something when you were younger and it would appease your parents, like, or you would get someone in your class would be like just that little bit of appreciation. But no wonder some of these people become like messed up in their head because you would just be chasing that feeling as well, especially when the spotlight comes off you.
Yeah, like a lot of the celebrities that like Britney Spears, man. Oh,
would you want to be famous?
Would I want to be famous? Nah, man. I don't care for fame. You know, I think it's hella cliche when people you hear this song, like people are like, oh, I don't care for fame. I just want to have money. And it's like that's just true, bro. Like I don't care for fame. Like LeBron James, that dude can't fucking go to the grocery store, bro. Like I like to do regular shit.
What would be is there any level of fame that they like move to the front of the line fame? Like what kind of level we talking? Is there?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Like, what's the benefit of being famous? Like, if it's because really think about it. If you had to choose, like, would you rather be famous or have money in your pocket?
Free stuff.
You could probably get money from being famous if you could figure that shit
out.
I'm
saying you're rich as well with this fame.
Oh, like rich as well with the fame.
Rich and famous.
Nah, dude, I wouldn't want to do it, bro. I wouldn't want to. I'm sure, like initially, like I'm not gonna be like.
Would you want to go on Ellen?
On Ellen,
like you've just saved someone. You've just saved. I don't even know if she's still going. You've just saved someone. You've done. Yeah, why Ellen? You on the Center of Attention podcast.
Ellen, yeah, Ellen is cool, but you know.
I'm saying you've just saved someone. You've saved a child from something, an incident. You're the hero. Not that you're not already a hero, but you're this superhero cop. Jimmy Fallon, Bmoss. We want you to come tell
Man.
your story. Tell a little bit about it.
Dude, I can't fucking go on Jimmy Fallon for doing my job, bro. I'm supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like one of those, like
I'm for
one of
real,
those
though.
players that score and like, why didn't you celebrate it? Because it's my job. You don't see, you don't see a postman celebrate when he delivers the mail. Come on, man,
dude. It's true though, because it's like, how the fuck I'm gonna go on Jimmy Fallon after, I don't know, whoever this super famous, successful person that just won 4 Grammys that just went and performed on Jimmy Fallon. Like, oh, let's just have the dude that's doing his job go on.
But they're just doing their job.
What would I do on Jimmy Fallon? He would ask me some funny ass questions and shit.
No, you're telling the story about how you saved the president because you just went.
I don't know. I feel like I would have to think about it. Like, I don't know. I would really have to think about it though. I mean, obviously that'd be an honor, like to even be considered to go on such a show like Jimmy Fallon or even Ellen. Like, but I don't know.
They were just random names, by the way.
Dude, no, but I mean, Ellen. I feel like Ellen would be the type of show to have someone like that on there.
Oh yeah,
like,
I
no,
guess
for sure. But
and she brings out that check for you, the $25,000.
Here's a donation of $50,000
and a trip to Mexico.
I'm going back.
Yeah,
I'm going back.
Top
man.
up on that tan.
Oh, I'm going back next month. I can't wait.
For real? You actually are?
I'm going to Cabo.
Yeah, same reason, just because.
Nah, bachelor trip.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy's getting married.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He paying for it?
And we
like you pay for your flights and he pays for like.
Nah, we all putting in. We getting a villa, bro. A villa, yo.
Bali style.
So we all putting in. Yeah, I know the villas in Bali are crazy, huh?
Dirt cheap as well, bro. Insane.
Bro.
I've been going. But I just my main thing I remember from Bali was massages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you say that. Massages.
Massages. Yeah.
You know, massages.
That's.
I like how you say it better. Massage.
Yeah.
It sounds like it feels better.
Right. It was good. It was like about $7 for an hour.
You fucking lying.
Whole body.
They rub your feet too?
Bro, literally everywhere but my cock. Like there was a little bit of a tickle on my nutsack. But not like, I think it was just
That's
like that
good,
natural, like
when they go between your legs,
like that,
and they kind of like
that usual
clip
one.
the ball with the bottom blade of the hand.
Yeah, it's like, come on, what you doing? Like, and then
like stop.
Yeah, right. And they be doing they do everything, bro.
What?
Everything, flip over, head to toe, everything. Bro, my little brother was I don't know
brother too.
Bro, it wasn't there was no happy ending. These weren't happy endings. They were just strictly massages. But I can't speak for him because he bro, Christmas Day he went and got 3.
Damn.
Yeah, like $25 for.
You was out there on Christmas, huh?
Yeah, I think
Do they celebrate
both
Christmas?
times was Christmas.
Like, how's Christmas?
Not like that.
No.
I think it's a lot of Buddhism over there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Have you ever? How many times have you gotten a massage?
Ooh, I think I've had like 3 or 4 in America.
Have you ever got a massage and then it's awkward because you get a boner?
Bro, every single one.
I think that's why they like.
Wait, do you wear clothes when you get a massage?
No, I'm fully naked, bro.
Yeah, I found out from my coach. He's like, well, that's universal for.
Yeah.
Oh, and tugs. I've never.
You never done fully nude, bro?
No, I always go naked, but I didn't know that.
He said it's universal for what?
I want
for happy ending.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm for real. That's like apparently that's. Would you get a massage from a man?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Not just your back. Just the massage you usually get.
Okay, where you like
the massage you usually get.
Yeah.
But a man's doing it instead.
I will tell him to take it easy on the cheeks, but yeah, for sure.
Nah, I couldn't.
What?
But
a man would like no bullshit aside, bro. Like I'm a big dude. Bro.
I need him to keep talking. I need him to keep talking.
You don't need to know nothing. I don't want to hear you talk.
I would need him to like keep reminding me that there's like
why? So
like that it's a guy. Like if I'm face down,
you don't want it to feel.
Yeah, I'm face down at the bed. Can you deepen your voice a little bit, sir?
Dude, you would know it's a man because that fucking strength, bro. When they putting them on your rhomboids, bro.
Okay,
that feels so good.
That's what I'm saying. It feels so bad.
But not like a pleasure.
And you know the awkwardness you said about the boner?
What?
Like you said the awkwardness you experienced?
Oh yeah.
Well, imagine the awkwardness on that one when you flip. Like that one's gonna be nuts.
Is
Nah,
that
trust me,
really?
these Bali ones, I don't want to mention that. All I know is that my friend Jaime that was here earlier, putting him on blast right now, he got one like his girl, his girl for his birthday got them a couples massage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I've done a couple. Did
but
a couples
like,
massage.
I don't know if my girlfriend gave us a couples massage. I'm like, what? You get yourself a present.
Yeah,
But they got there, and he said there was a male and female coming for the massage, and his girl went with the female, and he went with the male.
that's how mine went.
At the same time, I also would be like,
But you in the
nah,
same room though.
I don't. Oh, I don't.
That's how
I
mine
don't
was.
even know if they were. Maybe they were.
That's how mine was. I wouldn't. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I would let that happen fully nude.
Yeah.
It depends, bro. If it's looking kind of dingy in there, I'm like, hold up. We can move the bed in the other room.
Addie got her first one when we were in Vegas, and we came out of it, and in her like thick, strong Spanish accent, she was like, "She touched my pussy." like not like fully, but like you know how we were describing.
Yeah,
She
that
was
little.
Yeah, she was like what? She was like what the like what is she doing? I was like, oh, I mean, I thought that was the norm, I guess.
You know what, man? Yeah. I'll tell you this, bro. I got a massage. This is when I lived my desk though. My first 2 years of college. I got a massage, bro. It was great. But I definitely got offered a happy ending.
Oh yeah, it's so awkward.
They look at you, they're like, 165? I'm like,
165.
I'm like, nah. I'm good.
I've had a couple of massages where they started the massage, and I was like, they were surprised when I asked for the massage. They did not know what they're doing. They were like, I was like, oh, I've just wasted my money. Like,
Really?
they don't even know how to massage. They're like, oh, you want a massage?
They doing dirty stuff out that shit.
I was in the wrong spot.
Dude, I didn't know that if you went fully nude, that can't be true. That can't be. I gotta look that up because I'm about to start wearing underwear if that's the case, bro. That's the case. Man, nope. Maybe that's why she offered that one time. I was definitely fully nude.
At least a sock. at least the sock. At least the sock.
You know they gonna offer you a happy ending where they don't really got a sign out front. It's just a big ass white placard and they say massage in all red. You know you're gonna get a happy ending.
No, when it's all white, like there's not much. They know they're probably gonna get shut down soon, and there's the colorful neon light saying open, and you got the bunny that's like this. that bunny is basically saying, like, come in. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, no, that's facts, bro. Like literally, come in.
Man, I have to ask you this question. You things you're all knowing in the police force.
Mm-hmm.
Code 1196. I'm saying random numbers, but you're all knowing in the police force. I have a question, and it's from it happened at my old school, and I've always been curious about why the police never did anything or why they got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys were hotboxing in a car for 2-3 hours that night. They were just in there. There was 5 of them in the back. There was a BB gun. And there was nowhere to put it, no room. I guess they had it on their lap. And in the trunk of the car was 3 pounds of weed. And it was so hotboxed in the car that they didn't even see the police cars pull up behind them. And they were in the school car park. And the cops knocked on the window and they saw the gun on the lap and they instantly pulled their guns. And I think they cuffed them, opened the car, saw the 3 pounds of weed, asked whose weed it was. They all said it wasn't theirs. They also weren't in their car. This is a
mess already.
It was their friend's car. It wasn't the friend's. It was one of their weed. If they'd searched one of them, they would have seen that he had a big thing of cash on him. Probably just arrested him, or I don't know. Have you confirmed?
He had a lot of cash on him.
Yeah, but they'd never searched the. By apologizing because this is now we filmed an hour and 45 minutes. I got 9:16. So we missed 30 minutes of great chat. We spoke about the pyramids. we spoke about all kinds of fun things that if you guys like this video, we're going to talk about that again. However, we decided to reshoot and we reshot another 15-20 minutes, and I thought I'd double check, and it didn't pick up again. I feel like I'm taking the piss now. I'm really sorry. But we then re-spoke about the pyramids. I finished off the story about the guy on acid before. We're not going to touch on that because we started talking about some really interesting topics, and I hate that, or not interesting, should I say, some really important topics, and I hate that we're having to go over this again. And I'm really sorry to both of you that we're having to do this again. Bmoss had just said before that he's in his 2 years, he's already been called to a school shooting where another child shot a child, so it wasn't a hostage situation like we saw the other day, and that we see too often in America. However, I did have the question for Bmoss, and I'll ask it again. Bmoss, how do you suggest, in your educated opinion, how do you suggest America can cull, reduce, and put a stop to just all the mass shootings and school shootings that are taking place? And I know you are repeating yourself here, and we'll try and keep it as natural as possible.
No, it's all good. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. So it's kind of like we were talking about before, man. In accordance with, the supreme law of the land, United States Constitution, right? Within that Constitution is the Second Amendment, which gives you the right to bear arms, which gives you the right to have firearms for people that don't know what that means. And so just kind of touching on like a preventative on what we can do, right? Is with living in a country that allows us to have firearms, like you have to act in accordance to what we're allowed to do. And you and I touched on this too. Like, you had mentioned that it was a bit unnatural in Australia for you if you saw that.
If I saw a police officer,
right? If
you said that due to the lack of, or the reduction of funding for police officers, that the presence of police isn't felt as much on school campuses across America. And you suggested perhaps the school shooting that you had to attend would have been prevented if there had been a police officer on campus. So what I just felt, and I know any Australians watching will feel like the idea of having a police officer on campus is just nuts to me. So you go on. You were saying, like, although it may be unnatural to me because we don't have guns in Australia like you do here, you're suggesting that with all the taxpayers' money that we pay, that should go. Why not just put a police officer?
I mean, it's not like, some people might argue like, oh well, you're adding more guns to guns, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not about guns. We're not gonna go just be on campus and have our guns out. It's the mere presence of police presence that it can be a preventative. Now, does that not mean a student can put a gun in their backpack? No, it doesn't mean that, right? But just the mere presence of a police officer or police officers being there, it would increase the probability that would not happen because there are police on campus. There is a police presence where if there's no police, like I said, supreme law of the land says you can have firearms, which means that firearms are everywhere. We all know that. Firearms are everywhere here, especially me being a police officer. There's teenagers that have guns, can't even have guns legally. You have to be 21 to have a gun out here, and in California. And there's kids that have fully automatic AR pistols shooting each other. And if that's the society in the world that we're gonna have to live in, then we have to have presence at these schools. Because I saw it firsthand. Our kid brought a gun to school. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's scary. And shot another student. I'm not saying that kid couldn't do that with a police officer there. However, in my opinion, I believe that, and just based off of my experience, that's why when there's a strong police presence, shit don't be happening because the police are there, right? Like, why do you think police officers work high event concerts and shit? It's not like they be walking around the concerts with their guns out and shit. It's because it's a preventative for some bullshit happening. Like, And in case something does happen, there's a proper response and response time with officers already being there, and you can address that immediately to preserve people's lives rather than not being there, getting dispatched, 5 other kids get shot. Like, one thing I've learned about being a police officer is like time and distance is like extremely important. And obviously, like, if it's not applicable for a police officer to be at a school, sometimes a police officer might be 10 minutes away. You know how many people you can shoot in 10 minutes? You know what I mean? So I really believe that it's important to have police officers. You know, you kind of touched on it, what we talked about prior to the video cutting, the funding. You know, people are like, oh, well, we got to defund the police. And honestly, like, I'll be the first to say it was something that I personally didn't understand either, because that happened prior to me becoming a cop. I remember when people started first saying, like, you know, defund the police and whatnot. But, you know, with that defund, you take away school liaison police officers because that funding is gone for that. You know, that's extra money that goes towards what taxpayers are already paying for, to service the community, to help people, to save people's lives, save children's lives. And put those things to use, man. I think it's important, especially in the city where I work in. Like, I've been, like you said, man, 2 years, one school shooting already. That's crazy. And then there was another one. I just wasn't working that day. So there's been a lot of school shootings in the city that I work in. Like, I think it was like 3 last year.
So you said with the, and that's just horrible. Like, that's terrible that should have, like, happen to anyone. And like you said, you haven't worked there long and it's already popped up, or had the opportunity of popping up twice, sort of thing. But police presence. But do all police officers receive a special training that, like, specific to school shooting? A school shooting section of your training, is that something you're having to retrain for? Okay, something's happened in Ohio that's, like, rocked, this is just an example, has rocked the whole of America, right? All police need to be retrained on this X protocol, or, you know, different ways. As if there more shootings happen, okay, this is the new way that we should tackle it. Is that something that is prevalent? Is that something you've had to go through? You do?
Yeah, I know in the academy they make everything a training point. Like, you try to get as much exposure as to things that you're going to be dealing with out there as much as possible. But now that I'm out there, I've been out the academy for a while now. My watch commander, my lieutenant, he likes to do a lot of training. So we'll do our lineup in the morning, like our morning meetings, and after that, like, we'll do like scenarios and stuff. But considering what just happened recently with the school shooting, that's one of the trainings that we're actually going to be doing, and then we do like lined up brief trainings on it all the time, in regards to how we would respond. Now, this is the thing. It's so hard to, like, plan for a school shooting because
the
variables, there's a lot of consideration. There's a lot of factors as far as, like, positioning, how many suspects there are, how many people are, because this is the thing, like, as a police officer, a school shooting, you might be running there and you might be running past bodies. You might be running past kids. Well, the priority is a threat that's still actively shooting and killing people. You got to go address that first. You got to really think about that. Like, as a police officer, you're going to a school, you seeing kids on the ground, but you know that you got to go stop this person from killing more people. That's hard, but
I don't think we've seen that in the footage from the police.
You can't, and you did. I'm glad you brought that up, because you see that in the footage. You see them running past people that are on the ground, bleeding out or dead. And they, you know, I think that they handled that extremely well. Like, that video was like, I think all police departments need to watch that.
I think that's why they did release it. Because I feel like there's all these school shootings, there's probably been body cam footage, but they don't necessarily release it.
They did it exactly how you're supposed to do it, because you just go, man. Like, I'm sorry. If there's a school shooting, I'm not even sorry. If there's a school shooting, I'm going. Like, I'm straight in. You have to. Like, that's the only way. You can't set up a perimeter and stuff.
Shooting where they didn't? They waited.
They waited, man. And I get it, but it's like,
what was a lot of the controversy around that shooting? Was that they didn't act quick enough?
So they're saying, from what I know, I'm sure there's a lot more concerns, but from one of the ones I remember is that they waited a long time, and they did, and I know that for certain. I watched that. They waited a long time. It's not like you can plan that. Like you, so for example, like I'm gonna give you an example. So for us, the way we treat armed, barricaded suspects, we set up a perimeter, right? Mm-hmm. So we will literally, if they're inside somewhere, and let's say that nobody's in imminent danger, they're not shooting and killing people, we will surround their house and sit outside, call them out on the PA system over the microphone, wait for them all day, get the helicopter, get the K9 out there. We'll sit out there all day. I've done it before. Mm-hmm. All day, dude. Like I've sat around somebody's house on the perimeter from like 8 a.m. to like 3 p.m. And they're just in the house. we have so many different resources to utilize. I mean, we got
so when do you finally decide to go in there?
You don't. Because we had an incident to where some years ago, to where, rest in peace to their souls, we had some 4 officers get shot and killed by doing that. So the department is really strict about that. If anybody's going to be going inside, it'll probably be what's called like a blue alert when the SWAT team gets there. Oh. We wouldn't do that. But we have a lot of tactics to where people end up coming out. We have a robot, we have a drone, we have beanbags that allow us to shoot people's windows. It's not like they can hurt you, but like they're beanbag rounds. You can shoot.
You ever been shot with them? One of those beanbag rounds?
Have I ever been shot with? No, never, man.
Those ones are too much. They can't test days out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if they could, they would though, for sure. Yeah. But I mean,
beanbag or mace. I know you haven't tried the beanbag, but
nah, mace sucks, man. But like I say, like you gotta think about this. If you're a suspect and you see a big ass robot opening your door, that's creepy. You can be like, okay, I'm coming out. You hear them K9 barking over it's a lot of tactics that we use that end up nobody has to get hurt. They just get scared that they hear a fucking K9 barking outside and that there's a robot opening their door and that there's a drone flying into their house watching them.
Oh,
that's creepy. If I was a suspect, I would be terrified too. So, we have a lot of resources to where we don't have to go inside. Like I said, unless there's imminent danger though, it changes the circumstance. If kids are inside getting shot and shit like that, like if it's a school shooting, we're going inside. We're not waiting. We're not using none of that. Like, we have to go inside. We have to.
I hate to keep hounding on it. I appreciate you sharing that. I'm enjoying pulling back the curtain and seeing what it's like on the other side. But what are some things that when you pulled back the curtain that you kind of found interesting when it comes to protocols? Like, I believe over summer you explained one about how if you're you guys don't do car chases or something like that.
Oh yeah, our vehicle pursuit policy. So and it just changed. I don't know. I forgot what month that was, but I know it changed since then, if I'm not mistaken. So now, and I know they're rewriting it, but we're not allowed to go we can't pursue somebody over 50 miles per hour, which is essentially, they're basically telling us they don't want to chase people because, dude, you can drive 50 miles per hour barely even trying. Nobody's going to drive less than 50 if the police is chasing them. You will have to get approval. However, it depends on what kind of crime it is, because we can't chase everything. Like, if I can see a stolen vehicle and know it's a stolen vehicle, run a license plate, I see it's a stolen vehicle, and it runs from me, it takes off and smashes off, I can't chase it. I can only chase vehicles that are involved in violent forcible felonies, or if I believe that they have a firearm. Otherwise, I can't chase it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. But it's like I said, my department is very strict, and it's crazy because in some ways it make my job easier. Like, you just want me to come here and take reports all day? That's fine. I'll do that. Like, I'm not gonna say how much I made, but I made a lot of money my first year.
Yeah.
So it's easy work. It's as easy as they make it for you.
Nice.
So,
what would you say? And I know it's a very generic question, but what is the worst part about being a police officer, and what is the best part about being a police officer?
Ooh, that's a phenomenal question. I think the worst part about being a police officer is you have to I think the desensitized part, like you become very desensitized, and it's one of those things to where you don't. How do I say this? Like, I guess when you get to a point where you realize like your personal life isn't gonna stop. Like you deal with so much shit, you see so much shit at work and all this stuff that what a normal person would consider traumatic, right? Like seeing somebody shot up and stuff, and that's not normal to see, but it's so normal for us. It's so normal for us, and you just learn to kind of cope with it. So it's like, and I'm dealing with this now, and more so recently. You kind of like, you have stuff happen in your personal life, and it's like it makes it harder. Honestly, like it makes it harder to deal with because you already have so much going on, at work, and it's like, fuck. Well, like now I got this, and it's like you go from work to this, and it's like you don't. It's like sometimes you feel like you don't get a break.
What do you use to help manage stress?
Bro, I work out. I work out a lot. I love music. I haven't been playing basketball as much. I'll be honest. I'm about to jump in this men's league coming up though. I'm on my department's basketball team, so I like to do my regular shit, bro. Like, go on vacations. Take little trips and get like a change of scenery.
I find exercise and working out is the biggest and the best thing for just keeping your sanity. Or personally, that's what I advocate when I see people that don't work out, and I don't even necessarily mean like every day, although like if someone doesn't work out like my age, at least like damn near 3 times a week, I'm 2-3 times a week, I'm like I couldn't. I feel myself to get depressed if I don't work out. At least 2, like if I go on the 3rd day of not working out, I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I start to feel it. Like now, I'm recently sauna every single day, and into ice bath, back into sauna like every single day religiously, and I love it. I hate when I don't have it.
Yeah, dude, that's actually just I just started incorporating the sauna into my workout. Like
I think I messaged you.
Bro, it's the best shit.
How long have you been doing?
I just my second week.
No, how long do you do in there?
And in the sauna?
Yeah.
20 minutes. I started 15, so this was my first week doing that. I did it 20 minutes last night.
Do you know the temperature?
It's hot as fuck, I know that.
It
bro, I be drenched, bro. Like, I like lean my chin over and it just like flows. Like
I see some people in there, and I don't know, I'm a sweaty person.
Me too.
Like, I sweat a lot. But I went in there with a friend, and I was dripping as if I got out the shower, like pools. And then he started to just have the specks show up.
Like the little beads?
Yeah. And I was like, he's like looking at me like, you good, bro? I'm like, yes, we've been in here 20 minutes. It's 180, 200 degrees. Like,
damn.
His pores are clogged. His pores are either clogged,
or he dehydrated like a motherfucker.
Or it's maybe I am this year.
Nah, it ain't you, dude. I'm a kind of a sweater too. I get hot hella easy though.
I need the window open during.
I've been a baby
the nighttime.
I ain't gonna lie. It's this little mini heater.
Oh really?
In the room, bro. Always gotta be.
I'm a like fan or window open in the winter, and then keep the blanket on.
Yeah, man. That's one thing. Like I'm in a house now, so like it gets fucking so cold, bro. Like it gets so cold in the house.
You seen I don't have storage on my phone? You think I pay for the heating? You think I pay for heating fuel?
Bro,
you better put another sweater on, sweetheart.
Dude, yeah. I be trying to be better. Like when I get out the shower, I'll have a hoodie on with like some pajama pants or something. But I always end up taking it off because I get hella hot, bro. But then sometimes, dude, I wake up in the middle of the night.
Do you sleep with clothes on?
Like, do I sleep naked? Is that what you're asking? No, sometimes it depends. Sometimes.
You're allowed to sleep naked.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I don't always do that.
But in my first
it just depends on how good of a night I'm having.
Oh, I sleep naked every single night, bro. At the dorms, in my first year at Simpson, we had like, we put like sheets down in front of our bed.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a bit of privacy. There's like a 4-man room.
Oh, bruh, yeah.
And I'll sleep naked behind.
What rooms were you in?
First night I sleep in Irwin. The first
in Irwin?
Yeah, the first floor. Yeah.
Really? They made that co-ed, huh?
Just the bottom floor, just for that year.
Oh, just the bottom floor.
You know they're getting a football team.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I saw the advertisement. I won't speak on it. It was funny though.
But I can speak about that school for that school.
That school, man. Yeah, some sinister about that school. Somebody's making a lot of money in the wrong way.
Oh, bro, I could sit here all day. I don't even know if I'm ready to, because they can take back your degree at 10. I don't know. But I'll say this. I told you what happened to me on my last semester.
Nah.
So my roommate was moving out, and so they came to do a room check to see if he'd moved out properly. And I had a bottle of wine on my desk, and you're not allowed alcohol.
Yeah, I already know, bro.
So they saw the bottle of wine, and they searched my room. Like, apparently the wine means that they could search everything. Bro, they found stuff I didn't even know was in there. Like, I had to go for my interview. I was super nervous. Like, oh no, what are they going to say in the meeting? Like, I'm going to get in trouble. Because I was already on a warning.
Yeah.
And they go, I go in there, I'm like, look, I'm really sorry. Like, it's just a bottle of wine. It's the end of the year. It's Christmas time. It's my family, this, that, and the other. Like she's like, yeah, but it's not just a bottle of wine. I was like, what do you mean? What else is it? She's like, we found. Yeah.
Yeah.
They found tree, a grinder, papers, vape, pen, edibles, wine, beer, glow-in-the-dark beer bong, shot glass, candle lighters, bra, handcuffs, and...
No, bro. That's like a fucking execution at Simpson, bro.
I was like... So they asked about my sex life. And I was like...
Yeah, bro.
I was like, yeah, in another country with consent. So they said, what my punishment... They were going to kick me out. And then they're like, here's what and it was my last semester. And here's what they decided. Instead, I got random drug tests, random room searches, no visitation, not allowed to hold leadership positions, a 10-day suspension. So I wasn't allowed on campus.
What the fuck?
I wasn't allowed to sleep there, eat the food or anything. I did the homework, submitted it. They marked me 0 for all the homeworks. What? I wasn't allowed to join via Zoom or anything like that. They called some of my teachers being like, oh, this class seems like a leadership class.
Bro, that's crazy.
Bro, they was on me.
I got caught in the girls' dorms one time, bro.
Oh, that's it?
One time. And I was in there like every night, bro. And I got caught one time because I did something wrong. And that one time I did something wrong, I got caught. Remember David? I don't know if I should say his name, but I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. David. He'll know if he watches this. He'll know because we were cool. Like no bad blood. I love David. David would be cool. But bro, we yeah, it was awkward because every time we saw each other, like we was cool, but he was an RA, so you know how they be. They gonna protect their job.
You see any other people have any crazy shit happen in your dorms? Like at my community college, I don't know if you saw those videos the other day of the people boxing.
Yeah.
But then
JUCO different though.
Yeah, some guy got
JUCO different.
Some guy got so high that on his birthday, like the local plug up there would give, like, if you went and bought some weed, like he would give you like a birthday dab, and this guy took the dab and got so high he called the cops on himself. But I was there in my underwear, standing in the corridor, and I turned, I looked to my left. And there was there was 2 cops walking towards me.
Oh my god!
I pivoted, walked straight back in my room, stuck, you know.
Dude.
And then I was like, because I thought I don't know why I just thought that, like, I just seen them walking towards my room, so I just like walked back. But they'll come into the guy's room, and he had meant to call the ambulance on himself.
Oh my goodness. Dude called the whole police.
I look out the window, 3 cop cars, a fire truck, a police ambulance.
Damn.
Yeah,
I got some, man. JUCO was fun, man. Bro, Simpson, it's so funny because everybody was though, bro. It's just a matter of if you get caught up or not. But I remember we went to Chico State, bro, and it was fun, bro. Shout out to my boy Nick, man. He left Simpson, went to Chico. And we just used to be down there just turning up, and bro,
he got caught in the sauce. He probably was at Simpson, did 1 Chico trip, and was like, yeah, I'm staying here. It was a wrap. I'm out.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Chico, I pissed someone's bed. It was like a random person.
You told me about that, bro. You did. Yeah. You did tell me about that.
That was that was funny.
Yeah. No,
that was Lucas. I'd known Lucas like a month, and we used to share in the bed. And I woke up, and
he had pissed on him or something. Or did he say like you pissed the bed or something?
Like, I'm like, bro, I've pissed the bed. And he's Brazilian. He's like, what? I was like, bro, I've pissed the bed. And he was like, no. I was like, bro. And he goes to smell it. I was like, don't smell it, bro. he smelled it, bro. He jumped like a cat, bro, across the room. He just starts giggling. He's like, bro, you pissed the bed. We in a random person's house. So we try and like, it's like 7:30 in the morning. I like flip the mattress.
Oh, that shit probably smelled so fucking hot.
And it was a wooden, like it was one of those mattresses where it's like not a mattress on the bottom. It was like hard. So we just flipped it back over and then just booked an Uber and left before anyone like woke up.
How big was the spot?
It was a big house.
How big like the piss spot?
Bro, let me tell you this. When I woke up, so I wasn't planning on telling the whole story, but like, when I woke up, I was like moving. I was like, yo, it's kind of warm. It's kind of hot. What the hell? It's cozy. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of cozy. And I was like, but damn, it's from my neck to my ankles.
Damn, you must have had to piss hella bad.
Bro, I'm glad Lucas can swim. Bro, when I tell you I go there and my jeans were like dark blue and like my shirt and I was still drunk. I was like, start just punching the air, looking in the mirror. Like, I've been at this new school like a month. I'm like there, like sharing a bed with Lucas, like get to know him, and I'm like, yeah, Lucas, bro.
Oh,
isn't
man.
that good?
Yeah. Nah, that's
but
just...
I'm so sorry about
It's all good, man.
Those watching, I'm so sorry for it cutting out. I feel terrible. My iCloud said I had 7 gigabytes left. I'm not gonna hold you. I proved it. The next one, I don't know what happened last one. I feel like we've still covered it in again. I've said it once, I've said it twice, and I'll say it again. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming and doing this. I really appreciate it. We'll do it again over StreamYard. You have to come to Australia. Anything else you would like to say?
No, man, I appreciate you for having me, bro. It's been long overdue, for sure.
I love you, my friend.
Yeah, love you too, bro.
Love your mom, love your family, love yourselves, and see you on episode 4. Cheers.